Welcome to our journey through Chinese mythology, exploring 23 powerful mythical weapons with extraordinary magical powers. Get ready to be amazed by these legendary artifacts and their incredible stories. Huojian Qiang, the fire-tipped spear. This is a well-known weapon from Chinese mythology. It's one of Nejia's special weapons. What makes it cool is its ability to shoot fire from the tip. This makes it not just a regular spear, but a magical one. It's famous in Chinese stories for being super powerful and used by strong heroes. But finding specific stories or where it came from is pretty hard, as there's not much info online. Ginga Jan, the scissors of the golden scaly dragons. This artifact is a super unique weapon from Chinese myths. Picture this, a pair of scissors, but each part is a golden dragon. They can cut enemies in half in one go. The whole golden dragon look and their cutting power make them pretty scary in the stories. But like the fire-tipped spear, finding detailed legends or history about these scissors online is tough. Jinjuan, the golden brick. Moving on to another mystical weapon from these myths, it's linked to Nejia, a legendary figure. This weapon is all about throwing. It's used like a projectile in battles. Being golden, it's probably very valuable and powerful. This fits with the theme in these stories where things are not just ordinary, they're extraordinary. Jindu Yun, the somersault cloud. A super cool artifact in Chinese stories. It's famous because of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, from the story Journey to the West. This cloud lets him jump really far, like 54,000 kilometers in one leap. It's not just about jumping far, it's also a sign of his spiritual journey and growth. Unlike other characters in these tales who fly by stomping on clouds, Sun Wukong jumps, showing he's different and special. His ability to use this cloud blends Buddhist ideas with old Chinese beliefs, showing how awesome and important he is in the story. Julong Shennu, the Shroud of 9 Fiery Dragons. Let's meet a super powerful weapon in these myths. Nejia, a young god, uses it. This thing can call up 9 dragons that breathe fire and burn enemies. Nejia got it from his teacher after coming back to life. It's a big deal because it shows how strong Nejia is. In Chinese culture, dragons are seen as strong and protective, and this weapon is a perfect example of that, mixing magic and traditional symbols. Kunwu Jan, the Sword of Kunwu. This is an ancient sword from Chinese legends. King Mu of the Zhou dynasty used it to fight the Kunrong tribe. It's famous not just for battles, but also for what it means in Chinese history and stories. It shows King Mu's bravery and his search for immortality. The sword is more than just a weapon. It's part of the big, exciting stories in Chinese mythology. Linglong Bao, the exquisite golden pagoda. A unique artifact in these myths, it can trap any spirit, demon, or god inside it. When it's not being used, it shrinks down really small, like a desk ornament. Li Jing, the pagoda-bearing heavenly king, has it. He's a big deal in stories like Journey to the West and Investiture of the Gods. He's similar to Vaisravana from Buddhist stories, showing how Chinese myths mix different traditions together. Liu Hun Fan, the Banner of 6 Souls. This weapon plays a big role in Investiture of the Gods. It's a triangular banner that Tongtian Zhaoju uses for revenge. He puts the names of 6 key Zhou leaders on it, planning to use it to get rid of them. But the story changes when someone from the Shang dynasty swipes the banner, stopping the disaster. This shows how powerful and dangerous this banner is in these myths. Luo Bao Jingqian, the treasure-defeating golden coin. The treasure-defeating golden coin, or Luo Bao Jingqian, is super handy in mythological battles. It's used to knock down flying weapons and magical stuff from enemies. This coin is really important in these stories because it's a defense against all kinds of magical attacks. Pangu Fu, the Legendary Axe of Pangu. The Legendary Axe of Pangu, or Pangu Fu, is super important in Chinese creation stories. Pangu, a giant from ancient times, supposedly used it to split the sky and earth and to separate yin and yang. But in Investiture of the Gods, the writer Xu Zhonglin changes it to the Pangu Fan, a banner. The cool thing is, the oldest stories about Pangu don't even mention an axe. This shows how these myths change and add new stuff over time. Pantao, Chinese divine peaches. They are famous fruits in Chinese mythology, linked to the Queen Mother of the West, Shi Wangmu. These special peaches grow in a heavenly orchard and take thousands of years to be ready. There are 3 types of peach trees, each giving different kinds of immortality. The first type lets you live forever in human form. The second turns you into a deity, and the third makes you one with the universe. Only 2 humans, Emperor Zhou Mu and Emperor Wu of Han are said to have eaten these peaches. Chanun Kuan, the Universal Ring. The Universal Ring, or Chanun Kuan, is a famous magical weapon of Neja. Despite what its name might imply, it's actually pretty big, a loop about a foot wide that can change size. It's super strong and can't be broken. You can use it to hit enemies or hold them still, making it super useful in fights. Qibao Miaoshua Shu, the Tree of Seven Treasures. The Tree of Seven Treasures is an amazing and shiny artifact in Chinese mythology. Junti Daoren wields this tree, which is made from Bodhi wood and covered in precious metals and gems. It's really special because it can grab anything it touches. The tree represents the Buddhist idea of the seven treasures, showing just how powerful and mystical it is. Qingjing Liuli Ping, the Lapis Lazuli Bottle of Purity. The Lapis Lazuli Bottle of Purity is a mythological treasure owned by Qihang Zhenren in Investiture of the Gods. It's often linked to Avalokiteshvara, Guanyin, and its name is sometimes used to describe the ceramic bottle in Chinese images of this bodhisattva. The bottle's connection with purity and a major religious figure like Avalokiteshvara, Guanyin, shows its importance in culture and spirituality. Qinglong Yanyue Dao, the Green Dragon Crescent Blade. This legendary weapon in China is mostly known because of Guan Yu, a historical figure and deity who's seen as the god of honor and war. It's a guandao, a traditional Chinese polearm, discussed in Romance of the Three Kingdoms. This blade, with its unique shape, was supposedly made by a local blacksmith and weighs around 18 kilograms. It's a symbol of loyalty and righteousness and was passed down in Guan Yu's family. There's debate about whether it really existed or if it was just made up for the story. Qixing Bao Jian, the Sevenstar Sword. The Qixing Bao Jian, also called the Sevenstar Sword or the Celestial Dipper, is a famous magical sword from Chinese legends. It's especially known for being used by the Gold and Silver Horn Demon Brothers. This sword, like others in these stories, has special powers. It's linked to important characters and events in mythology. Rui Jingu Bang, Sun Wukong's magic cudgel. The Rui Jingu Bang is a famous weapon in Chinese myths. It belongs to Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, from the well-known story Journey to the West. It started as a magical needle used by Tai II to control floods. Sun Wukong got it after taking it from the Dragon Court of the Eastern Ocean. This cudgel can't be broken and can change its size. It can grow very big or shrink down. It's known for being super powerful and adaptable, making it a top weapon in these myths. Sanbao Yuruyi, the Three Treasures, Jaderui. This legendary item from Investiture of the Gods is linked to Yuanshi Tianzun, a top god in Taoism, known as the Celestial Venerable of the Primordial Beginning. He's seen as the creator of everything and the first ruler of heaven. Later, he handed this role over to the Jade Emperor. In Investiture of the Gods, Yuanshi Tianzun is a key player. He's a mentor to Zhang Ziya, who helped start the Zhou dynasty. Yuanshi Tianzun teaches other gods, who then teach humans. The Sanbao Yuruyi is a symbol of his ultimate power and knowledge. Shangbao Jinba, Juba Jie's metal rake. The Shangbao Jinba, also known as the Juqi Dingba, is an iron rake with detailed carvings, used by Juba Jie in the story Journey to the West. This rake, used in farming, becomes a powerful weapon in the hands of Juba Jie. The tale is filled with epic fights involving gods, immortals, demons, and magically powered humans. Juba Jie, one of the main characters, uses this rake in his mystical quests. The use of normal tools as mighty weapons in these stories often mixes everyday life with the magical, adding to the rich world of Chinese myths. Shanhei Sheji II, the Miniature World Creator. In Investiture of the Gods, the Shanhei Sheji II is a magical item capable of creating tiny worlds. It's first owned by the goddess Nuwa, then used by Yang Jian. Nuwa plays a big part in the story by predicting the fall of the evil King Zhou of Shang and sending spirits to haunt him, leading to the Zhou dynasty's rise. The Shanhei Sheji II's ability to create miniature worlds represents Nuwa's role as a creator and destiny shaper. Its portrayal in the 2019 animation Neja as an ever-changing world underscores its symbolism of creation and power. Shangu Jan, Liu Bei's twin swords. The Shangu Jan are the famous swords of Liu Bei, the emperor of Shu Han, during China's Three Kingdoms era. Liu Bei is an important figure in history and literature, celebrated for his kind and just leadership. The Three Kingdoms period, marked by war and chaos, is vividly described in historical records and stories. Liu Bei's swords symbolize his strength and rightful rule in this troubled time. So, the Shangu Jan are more than just weapons. They're symbols of Liu Bei's leadership and the dramatic period he lived in. Tai II, the symbol of harmony. In the story Investiture of the Gods, the Tai II, or diagram of Taiji, is a legendary item used by Laozi, an important figure in Taoism. Laozi, often called the Old Master, is a mix of legend and history, and is believed to have written the Tao Te Ching, a key book in Taoism. The Taiji II shows the Taoist idea of Taiji, which is about the natural laws of the universe. In the story, this item stands for the deep ideas of Taoism, like balance and harmony in the universe. The Taiji II's ability to control and calm all things reflects the Taoist view that everything is connected. 10 legendary swords of Wu Yezi and Gan Jang. These famous swords showcase the incredible skill of Wu Yezi and Gan Jang, legendary sword makers from ancient China. They're known for making many mythical swords for the state of Chu and others, creating what's known as the 10 legendary swords of China. Each sword has its own features and backstory, showing the rich world of Chinese myths and ancient sword making. The swords are Chunjun, Ganjiang, Gongbu, Juke, Longyuan, Moye, Shang Shi, Taiye, Yuchang, and Zhanlu. The stories behind each blade are filled with heroism, power, and magic, capturing the spirit of ancient Chinese martial traditions and folklore. Hope you enjoyed uncovering the magic of these 23 mythical weapons from Chinese legends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Stay tuned for more fascinating explorations into the world of mythology and beyond.